Hi, so in this particular video we're going to look at the areas of triangles. Now this is two formulas that you need to be aware of. It's by way of a bit of an overview really, and then I'll also post some more examples on the playlist for you to have a look at for yourself. Okay, so it is an overview. Generally speaking, the formulas do crop up quite a bit. One of them probably around about sort of AA star type grade, and the other probably around about CD type grade. The most common one is this one, where you've got a triangle and you know the vertical height, which the example I'm going to use is 2.1 centimeters. So you know this vertical height. You also know the base, which in this particular example I'm going to make 6 centimeters. Okay, quite a common type of question that you're going to come across, definitely in high school maths and probably early years of high school as well. So that's around about grades 9, grade 10, that sort of area, or year 7 or 8 at high school in the UK. Okay, so the formula that you need to remember for this is that the area equals a half. Now there's a couple of different ways of writing this. The way I was taught was base, so half base times height. Okay, so what we would do to work out the area of this particular triangle, because we know the vertical height and it's the height that's important on this particular one, we just plug these numbers in and we've got the base of 6 centimeters and the height of 2.1. Now, however you calculate that, if you use a calculator, or you can do it just using a formal written method, that's perfectly fine. Okay, and you should get an answer of 6.3 centimeters squared. So that's the area of a triangle where you know specifically the height of the triangle, and it's that bit that's really important. Okay, so another type of question you're going to get, which is probably used a little bit more in the higher grades, and also can be used certainly where it's involved in other questions. There are a couple of examples on the playlist of working out areas of sectors, of circles. And the way this works is that we've got a triangle where, in this particular case, we don't know the height, but what we do know is that the base length is 6 centimeters, and we do know that this side is 5 centimeters, and we know that the inclusive angle, as it's called, which is this angle here, is 25 degrees. So we've got three bits of information. We've got the base, the other side which bounds an angle of 25 degrees. It's called an inclusive angle. So this bit here is the inclusive angle. Okay. Well, the formula that we use for this is one that you need to remember. I'm not entirely sure. I think it might be in some of the exam papers, but certainly it's something that you do need to be aware of and try to remember it. And the area of this type of triangle is a half, and it's AB sine C. Okay, so slightly different. We don't know the vertical height, okay, but we do know, in this particular case, these two sides, which we call A and B. And we know that C, in this particular case, is the inclusive angle. But we have to get the sine of C, so you do need a scientific calculator to be able to do this. And the way you would put it into your calculator would be a half multiplied by A, which I'm going to call this side 6, multiplied by B, which is this side 5, multiplied by the sine of 25 degrees. Okay, so you do need to have a scientific calculator to be able to do that, and you do need to know, to work out the area, it has to be an inclusive angle to two sides, and you need to have these pieces of information. If you put that into a calculator, actually you also get 6.3 centimetres squared to, and that's to 1 decimal place. There are a few more numbers on it that you can use, but 6.3 to 1 decimal place is absolutely fine. Okay, so this is really just by way of an overview out of the 2 different ways in which you can work out the area of a triangle, and these are the ones that are generally used in high school maths. I hope that's okay for you. Please do add a comment below if you're not sure, and I will always come back to you. And please also subscribe to the channel, and I'll look forward to seeing you inside the next video.